right, hello and welcome everyone. I am your race director for Tonto Mountain Rides and the Saguaro Soiree this Sunday, and I'm going to do my first video race brief. So bear with me, as I said, this is the first, but wanted to share some details about the race and what you can expect this weekend. We'll get this up here for you. So hopefully y'all know uh, we're at Usery Mountain Regional Park this Sunday. We'll be at their main trailhead staging area. Our bib pickup starts on Friday, though you can come by the Aravaipa office. Address is right up there for you. Anytime between 12 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, you can pick up the bibs for those of you who have registered, and there is space. So if you are looking to register or still want to get on one of the courses, then please, you can come down and sign up as well. We'll also be doing it Sunday morning between 6 and 8. So before the races start, you can come down to the actual race itself, also pick up your bib if you haven't yet, or register if you're still looking for it. Start times, we made some slight changes to the start time, so pay attention there. Here with me for a second. The 100-mile race was canceled this year, unfortunately, just due to lack of participation. So we're going to go with just the 50 and beyond. And we're going to start at 7 o'clock a.m. with that 50 miles. So bright and early, 7 o'clock sharp, we'll send you out. 7:15, we're going to send the 30-mile gravel grinders out there. 7:30, the 30-mile trail cross country. Not listed there because it was a late addition, but we do have an adapted mountain biking category this year that will start at 8, and our juniors will go off at 8:30. And I skipped the 10 mile, sorry. So our adapted mountain bikers will take that 8 o'clock slot. Our 10 milers, we're going to start right after at 8:05. So 8:05 for the 10 mile, and then our juniors at 8:30. All right, we're going to switch over to the courses. So this is your 50-mile course, the bottom half of it anyway, the start. I'll run you kind of through it. Then we're going to make one slight change that is not on this map. Again, this was a last minute change we made yesterday. It affects only about a mile of the course, so nothing too big. But 50 milers, please pay attention as you'll want to know where this slight deviation takes. So we're all starting right here. Your start and finish line in the trailhead staging area. 50 milers. I'm going to follow along down here. This will help bring my little doodad up. There we go. All right, so you're going to start down no-so, onto Blevins, go up and around Chain Fruit. It's really great. If you've never been down here, this is a really great and fast start to the race. But remember, you do have 50 miles, so you probably don't want to go out too quick. You're going to go across the levee. I'm skipping a part here, unfortunately, because my cursor's moving so quickly. All right, like I said, hey guys, first time, sorry. We are making one change. So those of you who know, another slight change, excuse me. For those of us who know and have been to this race before, generally we used to take this little divot off the levee, go through a timing point. We also had an aid station if you needed it, and then you get back on the levee and keep going. This year we are taking that out. There will be a timing mat here, but you won't have to make that little turn off the levee. So you'll be able to go straight through. Levee, 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 levee. Then we'll cross you through the wash and on to Riadoso. So that's the first of the small deviations. That one shouldn't be very hard to miss because you are going to be going nice and fast. Riadoso, coming around to Meridian. I'm going to do it this way instead of following the elevation. Coming back up onto Blevins, past Cat Peak, you do not go around or past, you stay on Blevins and back into your start finish. So this is approximately your first 10 miles. Again, it's a very fast and easy 10 miles. You still have 40 to go, so hopefully you haven't wasted all of your energy in this first. You come back into the parking lot where we have the start finish line. So this will be where your first aid station will be. You'll have to make a left towards the start finish line if you want to get aid, or you can make a right and follow the signs back out of the parking lot if you're going to skip the aid station at this spot. Your next aid station is about 4 or 5 miles away, so it's not necessary that you make this left turn for the first aid station. So you're gonna make the right. You'll go past the restrooms and onto the Maricopa Trail, also known as Pass Mountain Trail locally. Zoom this out a bit. You're gonna go up all the way north past Mountain, and this, although again not on the map because I do not know if this will be a permanent change or not, but we made this decision yesterday. And you'll be able to see it if you stick around through the 30-mile course. You'll see this a little bit closely. So you're coming up past Mountain here. Everyone will make this left onto Talon. Take Talon Trail down towards this little parking area. You'll go over one of those rollover gates. You'll make a hard right. Talon keeps bringing you back up, and you'll connect with the trail this way. So 50 milers. It will be marked. You will be making a left turn on Talon. You will not be continuing this portion right here of Maricopa Trail. Left onto Talon, down to the rollover, back up. You'll connect with Maricopa Trail here and continue all the way to what is now known as Usury Aid, not Bulldog. We've made a few changes here this year. All right, so Bulldog will be your next aid station that you'll get to. This is right at that ATV, UTV spot. They park and drive into Bulldog Canyon, so there's usually a lot of activity. We kind of bring you around the parking lot, and you will find the aid station on the far side, just on the outside or inside, I guess you could say, of the fence. Grab some aid. It is really soft sand, so it is difficult riding through here, and especially if you do stop. Unfortunately, the getting started again, a little bit difficult at times, but you'll go through just a few dozen yards of wash, and then you will enter Maricopa Madness, which is a great, fun, mostly downhill, flowy kind of trail, about a mile. You'll get to Usury Pass Road. Please use caution. This is a very high speed road, a lot of big trucks, a lot of big trailers, stuff like that. So be careful as you are crossing. There is a gate that you'll have to open and close behind you. Cross the road with care, get back onto the trail, very easily marked. It'll kind of take you around another little parking area and right underneath the NRA pit, as it is locally known in Hawes. You've now entered the Hawes Trail system. Again, for those of you who've not been around here. All right, you're gonna cross through that NRA pit and make an immediate left as you are exiting the pit. So before you even get all the way up the other side of the wash, you will make a left onto Lance's Trail. Lance's Trail will bring you up here to Alp. You'll climb a major climb. This is your biggest climb of the entire race. Up Alp, across to Goat, and then your first major downhill, Red Mountain Rush, will bring you right back to this intersection. This intersection is of note because you will cross it here now, going straight across. Later on, however, you will be coming in this direction and you will cross straight across. So just note this four-way intersection, difficult to mark because everyone is entering and exiting. There's no wrong ways that we can put up, but you will enter and exit always directly straight across the way you will exit the way you've straight away you've crossed to enter. There we go. I'll get my words right. So exit, go straight this way. Later on, when I get to it, you will enter and go straight the other way. Let's move this over so you can see the rest of the trails. All right, you're going to get onto Stinger Loop, do a quick fun loop through here. It'll bring you to Scorpion, another very fun downhill, all the way to the road here. You're going to make a hard left onto Bushlight. Bushlight will bring you all the way, kind of parallel the road. Great, another great trail. They're all great trails. All the way past this parking spot where you will make a left and enter the second half of your Hawes fun loop. All right, so you've come up from the parking. You are going to make a right onto Riverside. This is a little bit more technical and lots of twists and turns. And this will bring you to Hawes Aid, which is your next aid station. I'm going to zoom in here just so you can see. So you will be coming up Riverside. You will have to make a right-hand turn, go down into Hawes. Even if you don't plan to get aid, we do have a timing point here. So you must hit this timing point. Make your right, go in, cross the timing point, get aid if you need it. Ignore it if you don't. And then you'll cross back out, back up this little hill, back to the point where you had just turned in from Riverside. You're going to take another right, and you're going to keep going on your adventure. I'll zoom out here a little bit for you. All right. So there's a number of different trails you're going to connect to, Saguaro, Saddle, Mine, et cetera, but you're going to continue along, continue along. This is a good climb to the top of Hawes, all the way across, and then you start another descent section into what eventually will be Big Sister here. Another great downhill, this portion right here. You're going to have a blast. Get almost to the where you were on, oops. Sorry about that. Anyway, back towards the down Big Sister, back towards almost where you turned onto Riverside, but you're going to make a right, stay on Wild Horse. And this is, again, that's the second time you're going through this intersection. So once again, this intersection, you will always exit the same direction straight as you entered. So you're going to go straight through all the way back to the NRA pit. And you're going to basically reverse yourself all the way back to our start finish line. Cross the road, up Maricopa Madness. You'll have usury aid here once again if you need it. Back up Maricopa Trail. You'll do this little deviation. Again, stay tuned during the 30 mile because you'll see this highlighted pretty well if you can't tell on the little dashed lines. You can do this little deviation on Talon, get you back to Maricopa, and you're going to come all the way back down Maricopa Trail, past Wind Cave, into the parking lot for your finish. And that's our 50-mile course. Here's your elevation. You're going to be doing quite a bit of climbing while you're out there. This is that major climb right here. I showed you on Alp up to the top of Red Mountain Rush. Yeah, that's our 50 mile. We're going to switch over to our 30. Our 30 mile is similar but different. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Our 30 mile is going to be, so both of our 30 miles, our cross country and our gravel, will do the exact same loop, exact same trail. So you will start here in our start finish line, and this is the only race, the 30, both gravel and cross country. So from now on, it'll be, I'll just say 30. It's both of you guys. You're gonna go across our parking lot at the start finish line. So you're gonna go start in the opposite direction of every other race on Sunday. You're gonna go across the parking lot onto Blevins on a direct westward heading. Gonna take Blevins kind of into the park, through the park here. You're going to get yourself onto Chain Fruit here. And then you guys are going to deviate and take a right onto Talon and take Talon out on your mission to Hawes. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you're going to take Talon out, connect with Pass Mountain Trail, Maricopa Trail, and head north on that. This is the 50 and the 30 stay on this trail together. This is that deviation for the 50, right? The 50, you were going to make this left, and the 30, you were going to make this left onto Talon North. You're going to take that down through that parking, over the rollover gate, back up towards Maricopa Trail, reconnect with it, and take Maricopa Trail into Usury, what was formerly called Bulldog Aid. You guys will do the same. You're all on the same trail now as with the 50 we just did. Taking Bulldog down Maricopa Madness. Great trail, crossing the road with caution, and please close the gate behind you if there's no one directly behind you riding or racing. Close the gate, you're going to cross the NRA path, and you are going to take a right and stay on the Maricopa Trail. So you're going to, trail markings will take you to the right onto Stinger. Take Stinger down, great flowy fun trail. Let's see, you can see this here too. Down to the gate, you'll make a left onto Bush Light. You'll take Bush Light parallel to the road all the way to that, through that parking area here. This is where the 50 turns off. They take that right and they take Riverside. Okay, just so you guys are all aware. 30 miles, you are going to continue straight up a little bit. You will hit the bottom of Big Sister, and then you will follow this trail high noon back out. Again, this is that intersection I just talked about in the 50-mile loop. You'll always enter and exit straight across There will be no lefts or right going into this intersection. If you weren't paying attention, or if you're a 30 miler just tuning in, skipped ahead. Can't mark this with any wrong ways because we do have people coming in from this direction as well. So it's very difficult to mark. So just know every time you go through this intersection, you will always be going in and out straight across. So 30 milers connecting with you guys again, you will finish your Hawes loop back across the NRA pit, back up Maricopa Madness to usury aid if you need it, back up Maricopa Trail, hooking your right onto Talon, hooks back to Maricopa Trail, and then you will take Talon back into what I refer to as the lower 10 in usury, because we use it for quite a few different races, and it's a good kind of 10-mile loop. So you guys are going to come down Talon back into the lower 10 here on Chain Fruit, and this is when you will complete your lower 10-mile loop. So you'll continue across. There will be no deviation here. We will let you will be going straight across the levee. There will the timing was going to be moved. Mat will be moved up onto the levee. There will be no turn off there for an aid station. And then what's different about this portion of the trail is that we'll have you go straight across. You will not make the turn through the wash. You are actually going to take this dog leg right, following the wash south for a bit. We'll cross you through, up and through. When you get back towards kind of the wash levee area, you'll make a left, and there's a little trail that's right at the base of the levee on the north side called Channel. So you'll follow Channel Trail. Cute little fun single track back to Noso. You'll take a right on Noso, back up towards Blevins, which you will take another right onto. Blevins straight across to the east here, a left. It stays left. It turns into Meridian here. You will not go straight. Take a left on Blevins. Blevins will bring you all the way back to your start finish. All right, every other race, I'm going to go back. So I'm using the 50 mile as an example, but I'll get rid of that so that we can see the whole thing closer anyway. So every other race, that would be the adapted mountain biking, the 10-mile single lap race, or the 10 or 20-mile juniors races. And this also is for the Saguaro Soiree, which I will talk more about at the end of this race brief. You will all be just doing the lower 10, as I call it. You will start here, and our start finish go straight south on Noso. You'll follow the Blevins loop up to Chain Fruit, Moon Rock, down towards the levee. You will get on the levee, go straight across. Right where that dog leg is at the 30 milers turn on, you will make the left. It will be well marked. Go through the wash up onto Ruidoso. You'll come all the way around to Meridian. Take a right onto Blevins, and you'll come back to your start. It's about 10 miles, and that is every other course besides the 30, because the 30 will do that and slightly different later on, or differently at the end. So those are your courses. Get off of that for a moment. What else is there to know? So we do, I mentioned a moment ago, we will have the women's event, the Saguaro Soiree. We'll be back again this year. It will be happening at Tonto Mountain Rides. So the skills sessions will be from 8 to 12 in the parking lot. We'll have this area sectioned off for you so you can do the skills with coaches to this year, and then your race for the Saguaro, both the 10 mile and the 20 mile, as well as the girls 10 and 20, will be kicked off at 1 o'clock. All four categories will leave at the same time, but you will be just racing your respective race, of course. So doing that 10-mile loop at the bottom. I think that is about all. Like I said at the beginning, this was my first. So, maybe if you do listen to this all the way through, you find it lacking, what else could I have added? Please shoot me an email or whatnot. I would definitely hear any comments and criticisms so I can make these better in the future. I know some of my colleagues have been doing these quite a bit. So I watched a couple just to see what kind of topics they talked about. And hopefully I got everything that you guys need. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all on Sunday. It's going to be a great day out there. It's going to be great weather. It's going to be a great day to be on a bike. So, yeah, we will see you there. And thanks for listening.